Longevity in its absolute essence is sticking around for as long as possible. And I think most people want the longest possible life. I don't know that most people want to check out early. I don't want to check out early. I don't get too fussed about the passage of time. The only thing that scares me about getting older is becoming feeble. I mean, Alzheimer's terrifies me. My brain has always been, I think, the best part of me, and I think it would be really sad to lose that.
As a doctor, I see the consequences of ageing: cancer, dementia, arthritis. But occasionally I'll see someone come into hospital who's 95, on no medications and perfectly fit. That's how I want to be.
Do you want to live forever? Welcome to the new frontier. Some scientists say the first Aussie to live to 150 has just been born. We're on the brink of massive scientific breakthroughs where 90 becomes the new 40. Over 4 groundbreaking episodes, leading medical expert Dr. Nick Coatsworth and I will investigate the latest science and everyday biohacks we can do right now.
We have evidence in our trial that we're reversing aging in general.
To have a longer, healthier life.
These two genes together could create a superpower.
We'll travel the globe from Mexico to Japan to the USA to see how science is turning back time. We'll meet the biohacking pioneers.
Over 50 pills.
Who say they're proving they've unlocked the secrets to long life.
How's your sex life?
We have a wonderful sex life. We're not even using gel.
Putting their bodies
I am a modern-day explorer searching for the fountain of youth.
and their brains on the line.
Most of the experimentation has been on mice.
La 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 la.
And along the way, we'll transform the lives of ordinary Aussies, including some familiar faces.
Very good.
That is unbelievable.
So are we on the brink of creating humans with lifespans nobody thought possible?
This is the future of being human. Death is a choice.
And if we could live forever, what would that do to our world?
How can the planet sustain us if we keep being born and we stop dying?
We're about to find out. We've asked a cross-section of Australians to take part in a 12-week experiment using the latest longevity science and proven biohacks. We're going to see how long we can extend their lives. There's Olympic gold medalist and heart attack survivor Duncan Armstrong, his son Tom, who wants to beat his family's life-threatening genes, time-poor parents Taylor and Luke, who fear they've aged beyond their years, competitive sisters Eliza and Liberty, whose lifestyle choices could be a ticking time bomb, and Elelliana and Enva, whose bad habits have already taken years off their lives. Hello everyone and welcome, and thank you for agreeing to take part in this experiment.
We are going to put your lives under the microscope for the next 12 weeks. We're going to look at your everyday choices that affect not only your lifespan, but what your body and mind are going to be like when the time comes.
Because longevity science is now at a point where pretty soon we might conceivably be able to say to you, how would you feel about living to 100 but keeping the body and mind that you have at 50?
If you're going to live longer and healthier lives, we need you to pay attention to 4 main pillars: exercise, diet, sleep, and stress.
We're going to ask a lot of you over the next few weeks, and it starts now.
Awesome.
We are going to get you to stand on one leg with your eyes closed and your arms crossed. And how long they can do that for, Trace, is going to tell us how long they're going to live for.
I just want to call out how close we are to the cliff. Yeah, the wind's going to knock us over.
Are you ready? Cross your arms over your chest. Close your eyes and raise one leg.
Studies have shown that the longest someone can balance with their eyes closed, arms crossed, with one leg in the air.
Oh my God.
Elelliana and Enva, well done.
The healthier and more likely they are to live longer.
Luke is meditating right now. And we're at 30 seconds and still going. The longer you can stand on one leg is a good measure of your longevity. Well done, Eliza. We might not live forever, but we might stand forever.
I think Luke and Liberty are going to live forever.
I've made Luke laugh. Liberty, you've probably exceeded all the research. Wow, well done.
Well done.
Liberty stood for an extraordinary 53 seconds, which is 3 times longer than most people her age.
And the great news is that if you can stand on one leg for 10 seconds, you'll be twice as likely to be alive in 10 years' time. It sounds so simple, but how hard was it?
It was hard.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to do.
Over the next 12 weeks, we'll study our participants' bodies, lives, and habits.
Am I going to be letting you down?
Yes.
The goal? To pinpoint exactly what the latest science says they can do right now.
Welcome to the lab, you lovely lab rats.
In order to reverse their biological age.
We're going to look at your fitness. We're going to look at your strength. And most importantly, we're going to look at your minds.
First up is married couple Elelliana and Enva.
In my 90s, I will be beautifully grey, still a bob, beautiful glowing skin, but actually have a mental mind, like a good mind, be able to speak, be able to walk.
My hair, that will be gone, but the main thing is having a sane mind and being able to communicate with kids or grandkids, hopefully. My lifestyle's, it's not healthy. I will have probably 10 cups of coffee a day, 30 smokes, 6 beers if I'm allowed.
We don't eat properly, and that's probably the biggest thing. Breakfast isn't a thing, it's a coffee and a cigarette. And my main meal a day is dinner, and that's it, and then I'll pick out on popcorn at night. There's some Gosman Gomez left over here. I just recently turned 57. I thought life would start at 50. 7 years down the track, I'm still doing the same thing, and I do want to live forever.
Bye, dinner's ready.
Family is everything to us. So there are 4 children that we have. Pretty much all our life, once we had kids, our devotion has been to our children. We don't do anything for ourselves, really. Bon appetit, everyone. The last probably 15 years, I've done everything for everybody else, and I want to do me. I need to do me now. I'm just in this rut.
Why is it a rut? You choose for it to be in a rut.
Yeah, I know. I chose the rut. So did you.
Elelliana and Enva are undertaking comprehensive body tests at the start of their 12-week journey. 3, 2, 1, go. From their cholesterol to their fitness, how stressed they are, their quality of sleep and diet.
I want to get rid of that, so that's a good test.
The very latest full-body scanning technology will show us the internal workings of their body.
Beautiful. All right, you can come off the scanner, you can pop your shoes back on.
We're testing aerobic fitness.
Put a hand up here just to settle yourself a little bit.
51-year-old Enva's bad habits are taking their toll.
I haven't walked this far of the bottle.
Nearly 40 years of smoking, drinking, a poor diet and little exercise. The deterioration is impossible to ignore.
How'd you find it?
It's all right, it's embarrassing, man. 10 years ago, I'd have gone, yeah, not a problem. Come on, let's go. But, jeez.
I'll get you to take your top off. We can put the ECG dots on.
Enva's wife, Elelliana, who's 57, is dreading time slipping away and knows testing may deliver bad news.
I used to be a gym junkie.
Oh, fantastic.
I used to do bodybuilding when I was young.
What exercise are you doing at the moment?
Nothing.
Elelliana, Enva.
Hello.
Welcome.
So what impacts have these years of bad habits had on their potential lifespans? And how will we help them turn back the clock?
Are you looking forward to receiving these results?
No.
Yes, I am.
Well, why don't you start, Elelliana? Why not?
Because I know I'm going to be a lot older than what I actually am. So, yeah. Sorry.
It's all right. What does that mean for you?
I'm past 70 and I get scared that that's my deadline. So when you tell me that I'm older than what I am, it's like, am I closer to my deathbed?
Yep, come up. Can you touch me?
57-year-old Elelliana has reason to be alarmed. Her body mass index shows she's clearly overweight. Worse still, her DEXA full body scan shows too much fat around her organs. Add to that very little exercise and smoking, and she may have taken years off her potential lifespan. How old are you, Elelliana?
57.
Now, we're going to look at that biological age to see if you're older or younger than your years. You ready?
Yep.
Let's have a look.
That's bad.
Elelliana is 11 years closer to death. Does this motivate you?
It does. Yeah, I don't want to be 68. Not now. I've got the mind of a 21-year-old.
Her hubby Enva's most worrying health concern is his chronic drinking, around 42 beers a week. The other killer is his smoking. How many cigarettes are you smoking a day?
30 a day.
How much is that costing you?
$50 a day.
It's $700 a week for us.
The single most important thing that you could do for your health, beyond anything else that I could possibly tell you today, would be to give up smoking. You're 51. Why don't we look at some ages now, Enva?
Yep. Oh, it's close, 61.
51-year-old Enva is 10 years closer to death. But over the course of our 12-week experiment, we're going to add years to his life. I can't wait to see how well you both do. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it will be. And we've got our family that's going to kick our backsides if we don't anyway.
Because I know when I tell my boys, they'll say 61, more like 81, old man.
It's confronting news for Elelliana and Enva because they've both had family who've died in their 60s and 70s.
Hello.
Hello.
You've had a lot of news today.
I dread being 57 and now I'm getting told I'm 68.
What changes are you going to need to make in your lifestyle?
Well, a lot of changes, but talking to Dr. Nick, like I said, for us to, you know, we want to quit smoking, he's going to quit the drinking. We're going to do it gradually. We're going to take day by day, week by week, and slowly change.
The great thing is you can support each other on it.
Yeah, we'll do this together. We have to. We have to.
Plus, you've got a lot to live for.
Yeah, we don't want to check out early.
No.
Over the next 12 weeks, we're going to guide them through the big things and the clever hacks that will give them those years back and potentially even more.
I don't want to look haggard in my 90s, which I know is inevitable, but don't want my face to be flopping.
I would just like to look like I'm younger than 90. Both physically, you know, when I'm active and walking around, my brain, everything, on every level, I want to just feel and look younger than 90.
Australia first met Melbourne sisters Liberty and Eliza on the block last year when they showed just how different sisters can be.
I nearly had a heart attack yesterday.
And when it comes to health and fitness,
Leftovers.
these live wires are chalk and cheese.
Just getting my over 8 sleep. Okay. Our whole lives are chalk and cheese. What do you even get?
Crispy pork banh mi.
I just love food. I'll take any kind of deep fried food. This is no word of a lie. There has been occasions where we have been out to dinner together and she eats to the point of almost making herself sick that it actually makes me sick. God, you've already had a few bites before you even got to the bloody couch. Christ. I'm so full, but
I can't handle wastage.
And I'm like, oh, that is truly vile.
By the way, I think if I had a partner, I might be less of a slob kebab. Any husbands out there, I will improve. That is a tough one to eat. You really don't like my binge drinking either.
Because she then complains for 4 days after about how crap she feels, how anxious she feels, and all this, but she won't ever do anything about it. My approach to my diet is really healthy, but also quite like regimented and a bit boring, to be honest. Like you would look at what I eat and go like, ugh.
Oh, she eats the same thing every day.
As they embark on our 12-week journey to turn back time, Liberty and Eliza are undertaking comprehensive body tests, including fitness, flexibility, and a full body scan.
You've got two sisters who are doing things very differently.
Like I used to care about fitness and now I just don't.
Liberty is fully into it.
You ready to rumble?
Yeah.
Almost to the point of overthinking it, I reckon.
How's that feel?
Yeah, that feels harder.
Yeah.
Sure.
Whereas Eliza,
Well, you know, I'm not going to do any extra for fun, am I? Like, you're going to tell me when I can stop.
she's really just enjoying life.
But we also looked at their stress levels, a major contributor to biological age. What will the results show? Are they older or younger than their years?
Wow, this feels like a police interrogation.
Doesn't it?
Eliza, it's okay.
Well, I expect the worst, so anything positive is going to be nice.
There's a couple of things about your exercise that are going to need to improve. It's not enough. Ready, set, go. Eliza orders takeaway food over 10 times a week. She doesn't exercise and also admits to being a binge drinker. How often do you go out on the town?
I can easily go ages without drinking, but every sort of 6 weeks, I'll have a blowout.
And what does the blowout look like?
I could quite easily have 15 drinks.
Wow. In the course of a night.
Like, I'll have to sleep the whole next day.
Nobody's telling you not to have a good time. That's not the answer, but 15 is a heck of a lot. We're born with a finite number of brain cells. We've got to address that. Drinking alcohol can cause you to lose your brain cells forever. What age are you?
37.
Let's have a look.
Oh, no.
There it is.
Okay, it could be worse.
Eliza is 5 years closer to death, but she has 12 weeks to wind back the clock.
I think I can get in the 20s.
Wow.
That's a big jump.
That is
There's so
some
much
target.
room for improvement.
In 12 weeks, so that's a bit extreme, isn't it?
29.
You can do a lot in 12 weeks. Liberty's results show she's in great physical shape. How much will that reflect in her predicted age? But now we're going to get to your age. What is your age?
35.
Shall we have a look?
Yes.
Oh, golly.
Liberty, your biological age is 2 years younger than you actually are.
Okay.
While it's excellent news for Liberty, she hasn't escaped with a completely clean slate. Alarming results have shown up in a critical area of her life. What about your stress? How do you think you're going there?
Not very good. I get quite stressed.
So you've got one of the higher stress scores that we've measured amongst the participants.
Wow.
We've got a fair bit of work to do on this journey. One more thing that we found that I want to let you know, On your cognitive test, there were very mild difficulties in your memory storage.
Yeah, I felt like I was a bit cooked in that.
I think it probably has something to do with stress and poor sleep and just the way your memory works under stress.
The latest research has shown that Liberty's psychological stress, poor sleep and poor memory are as dangerous as smoking when it comes to accelerating ageing.
I'm looking at you and I see two exemplary-looking women who look like they're in fine condition, and then we scratch the surface and, you know, Liberty, you've got issues with your memory, and Eliza, apparently, you've got body fat. I mean, where are you storing that body fat? It is just a nonsense.
I feel quite confronted by the stress thing, because I knew I was quite a stress head, but not quite to that level where it's actually impacting my memory, my cognitive functions too. Like, that's scary to me.
For me, I was just sitting around waiting for something to happen to change my habits, because I know my issues, I'm very well aware, but it's just not being a lazy ass. It's actually doing something about it.
And over the next 12 weeks, we're going to show them exactly what they can do about it and how to wind back their clocks. Meanwhile, others are already taking the quest for longer life to extremes. Right here in Melbourne, wealthy entrepreneur Nick Bell has jump-started his own race against the clock. He's throwing chunks of his multi-million-dollar fortune into what's called biohacking, using the latest science to find shortcuts to a longer life.
You are a pioneer. You are putting your body on the line so that we might all learn from you. Why are you doing that?
I love my life, and I want to live as long as possible. I want to live beyond 100, but I still want to be vibrant, athletic, able to do things every single day rather than in a wheelchair.
Nick's been blazing this trail for the past 20 years, setting up his home with the latest cutting-edge and expensive toys.
I believe you've got quite the health sanctuary here.
You could say that. I'm a bit obsessed. Okay, so this direction we have the sauna and ice bath. This direction we have the gym.
How many saunas?
I've got 2 saunas. I've got one infrared and one hot stone sauna.
The once party-loving entrepreneur began to devote his life to extending it after a health scare.
6 months ago, I did a genetic test, and it told me that I had a certain gene that I'm prone to having heart disease. I was upset. I was like, I don't want to have heart disease. I don't want to have a heart attack.
He literally turned his life upside down.
And all you do is spin around. So I made some changes to my diet, my lifestyle, my exercise regime to prevent myself from having heart disease. And you just hang.
His inversion table is another tool to decompress his spine.
You start with 1 minute and you work your way up to 5 minutes.
And improve his long-term flexibility and mobility.
One thing I do find if I do too long, blood vessels burst around my eyeballs. And my latest addition to the gym is the EWOT. So an EWOT is exercise with oxygen therapy. So basically you jump on the assault bike, you put the mask on, and this bag will deflate as it feeds you pure oxygen.
You've made lots of significant investments in your health, and that's just one of them.
Yeah, but I'm also drinking the Kool-Aid, Tracy. So I might see this online and go, oh, that looks good. I'll buy it. I'm like, what are you doing, Nick? Do a bit more research.
He who dies with the most toys wins, and maybe doesn't die. I hope I live long enough to see if it works for you.
If I die within 10 years, it's going to be a disappointment, isn't it?
I'll be really sad if that happens.
I'll be like, what the hell have I done?
These are the supplements Nick believes will add years to his life. He takes 50 pills a day.
This one here is rapamycin.
But he is experimenting without his doctor's approval.
Is that a Dr. Google study?
This is Dr. Google. It's controversial. They've done studies on mice. Supposedly it creates autophagy.
Autophagy is where your cells clean house. They eat themselves.
Correct.
And they clean out all the rubbish.
This basically means I don't need to fast and I'll get the same benefit.
Rapamycin, though, is an immunosuppressant.
Correct.
So obviously, suppressing your immune system is not a good thing to do without medical supervision.
Agreed. Do that.
But supplements are the least controversial part of his plan. Nick's latest hack involves forking out $700,000 on gene therapy in Mexico, which is so untested, it's illegal in Australia and much of the rest of the world.
The first one is called follistatin. It's 150 injections across the entire body. Follistatin strengthens your bones, improves your muscle density, improves your cardiovascular system. So in theory, in my later years, I'll be stronger. And then the second treatment I'm doing is called clotho. I spoke to a former patient who had the clotho gene therapy. He goes, Nick, you've got to do clotho. I said, mate, what's clotho? He goes, it's an injection up the nose, super easy, and over an 18-month period, his memory improved by 50%.
They inject it up your nose because they want to get it close to your brain.
Correct.
And this is highly experimental, what you're doing.
Correct.
You're going to be certainly the first Australian.
Yeah.
Most of the experimentation has been on mice.
La 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 la.
Definitely don't remind me of that, but yeah. My issue is I'm obsessed now with longevity. My wife thinks I'm an idiot. She says, what are you doing? You're going to Mexico?
How do you feel about what he's about to do in Mexico?
It's dumb.
It's dumb?
Yeah. The irony probably would be in 50 years, I'll still be alive and still healthy. I'm going with him to support him, but not support his decision, but support him.
It's very experimental. He's a pioneer, that's for sure.
There you go, pioneer.
Yeah, and then risk your own life with it for what?
It won't just be Faye joining him in Mexico. I'll be there too to witness this groundbreaking and just a little terrifying Australian first.
I want to see what's possible. That's where I want to go. I want to see what's possible. That's my main objective here.
What I'd like to look like in my 90s would be a version of myself, confident in my health, my flexibility, my healthy habits, have a presence with my grandchildren, hopefully great-grandchildren, and be functional so I can contribute to the family. Probably very wrinkly.
I want to still be able to walk without any assistance, even run, perhaps. I want to be able to play with the great-grandkids and the grandkids. Well into my 90s, that would be cool.
Hey, mate.
Hi, mate.
How you doing? You good?
I'm good.
All right, don't f*** up.
It's no great surprise father and son Duncan and Tom pit themselves against each other. Duncan is a gold medal winning Olympic swimmer, while Tom also trained in the US. But a dramatic health scare for Duncan has Tom questioning whether he's sitting on a genetic time bomb.
About 3 years ago, I had a very big health scare. Tommy was there, had a heart attack, went in for a triple bypass the following day. So almost lost the lot. And I've been on 3-year recovery since then. This box of family history, you can't negotiate with it.
Dunky, can you just grab a plate from that cupboard?
We've got metabolic disease in the Armstrong family, and because of my early success in the swimming pool as an elite athlete, I thought a little bit invincible. Tommy might have a bit of a time bomb out of the testing from me. You're welcome.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Do you like yours rare?
I don't mind. Medium rare is good, but anything else is bad.
For me, I really wanted to learn a bit more about my genetics coming from you, but also just knowing where I'm at my age.
Looks good.
Yum. Thank you.
Do you think you've been on a food journey?
I wouldn't call it a journey, I'd just call it eating.
Yeah. I've been on a journey with it. From the elite stuff in the 80s where there wasn't a lot of nutrition. We were eating a lot of carbohydrates, like 50 Weet-Bix a day, a cheesecake and a Christmas cake every 2 days. That set me up for sort of like not having a great and healthy understanding with food.
Ready, set, go. It's time to comprehensively test them both to find their biological ages. Duncan's done some great recovery work, but he has to sustain that.
16.08 seconds. We weren't asking you to go fast.
He's had a major coronary event.
Go, Duncan.
and relax. And now needs to work on that for the rest of his life.
Trying to keep your heels on the ground. Oh, look at that, and down. Easy as pie.
Go. Tom starts to bring in this idea of family history and understanding what the medical issues in your family have been. Because your genetics makes such a difference to what you're going to suffer from.
You managed to do that in 6.9 seconds.
That's a major concern for Tom, and it's something that even at his young age, he's going to have to address.
No. We'll go one more blood pressure soon, and then we'll get you off the treadmill.
Duncan and Tom were put under the microscope from top to bottom. And Duncan's test results showed that along with high blood pressure, his total cholesterol was also dangerously high, which can further block the arteries. There are indications his health could be in real trouble again. Tom, how did it feel when Dad had his heart issues a few years ago for you?
I thought he was Superman. And so when that happened, it was, yeah, pretty confronting.
Did you think you might lose him?
Definitely a thought there that did come up.
We did a lot of tests, but there's actually a more important result that we want to talk to you about. The ECG was abnormal.
All right.
I called a cardiologist this morning to get them to have a look at it. The good news is that you can get positive stress tests after having bypass grafts, and the bypass grafts can be functioning completely normally. But it's not something we can ignore. So I'm going to be calling your cardiologist and getting some advice on what we need to do.
Okay. So you're not panicking?
I'm not panicking, but it's a concern enough that we have to call the cardiologist. It is going to affect your age dial. Duncan Armstrong, how old are you?
55 in real years, mate.
Should we have a look?
Yeah. Ooh, 62.
Duncan is 7 years closer to death. You had a lot of good results, Duncan, but there's a lot of things there that we're going to work on together as well. Tom, we need to focus on some of these cardiovascular risk factors that have turned up for you at the age of 31.
So this shows that you can put a decent workload on your body.
Tom's also in for a shock. His results show high blood pressure and too much fat around his belly and internal organs. So, Tom, you are 31 years old. Shall we have a look? Ooh. Tom is 7 years closer to death. Something to work on?
Definitely, yeah. Very keen. 31 would be great.
Over the coming weeks, we'll find out if using the latest longevity science, we can do even better than that.
Come on in, make yourselves comfortable.
How can we be comfortable after that, Trace?
How do you feel about that?
I'm a bit pissed off because I don't like being out of control.
Yes.
And I don't like being sick, and I don't want to be frail. So I want to get this under control so I can understand it. I'm not there yet. So I'm angry about it.
Are you angry with yourself? Are you pissed off with yourself?
I want things to be different in my health, and they're not. And I want to fantasise with the fact that I'm safe and I'm okay, and I might not be.
It seems to me that one of the things we have to take from this is that we have to make ourselves more of a priority than human nature allows, really. Are you going to struggle with that?
Yeah, I'm going to struggle with it. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, I'm a bit shitty about it.
I do imagine myself with really long grey hair, and I think that's just a hairdresser in me, and I never see elderly people with long hair. So that's, for me, I'm like, I want long grey hair when I'm older.
The idea of, you know, being frail, maybe hunched over, struggling to walk, and, you know, if that's me in my 90s, then I've probably done something wrong.
Are you going to be home late tonight?
I will be, babe. I'm not sure when, but it will be late.
27-year-old Taylor and Luke, 28, are parents of 3 young children.
As soon as we wake up, 6:15, let's go. Can you grab me yogurt out the fridge? My usual thing I would do will be grab an energy drink out of the fridge and put it in a coffee cup. So my kids think I'm drinking a coffee.
Taylor and Luke are like thousands of Aussie families, creating a healthy family life while neglecting their own personal health.
I would say I am a closet eater to an extent. I snack a lot with chocolate.
My diet consists of a lot of sugary foods like donuts and sugary drinks, a lot of meat pies and sauce, just a standard tradie breakfast.
I think aging's a scary thing. I'm gonna bunk you on. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I lost my dad when I was 12. So my fear is I don't want my kids to go through what I went through as a kid. Good job. My dad was 40 and he had a heart attack. No one wants to die at 40. Just think I need to make better life choices.
Head up at this end on your back. Just watch your head there.
We're going to establish their biological age and find out the bad habits that are taking years off their lives.
10.
Taylor is actually doing the juggle that blokes and most fathers don't understand, but all mothers do.
1, 2, and don't forget to breathe.
The life juggle, the changes that your body goes through. When did you have your last bub?
5 months ago.
5 months ago. So
yeah, I've got a kangaroo pouch.
Luke, Taylor.
You're very excited to see me and I'm not very excited to see you.
Oh, come on. Have a seat, guys. Welcome. Luke, I might start with you. There's a couple of things we need to improve. Your DEXA scan looks at your body fat. And yours, even though you're a very lean-looking fella, your percentage of body fat was higher than we would expect. And along with that, your lean mass, that means the amount of muscle that you've got, is actually low for your age. You did really well on your grip strength, so you are strong. This is about the proportion of your body that is muscle.
Okay.
28-year-old Luke is what's known as skinny fat. He has a high percentage of body fat and low muscle mass, which means he needs to bulk up. How old are you?
28.
There's a more important number, and that's what we calculated your biological age to be. You keen to have a look?
Yeah, extremely.
Let's do it. Luke, your biological age is 31 years of age.
No way.
Luke is 3 years closer to death. You're in your 30s already, mate.
I felt I was in my 30s.
That's why we feel old.
Yeah.
Mine's probably going to be way worse. Surprise me, please. No.
So about a 6-minute scan, nice and still during that time.
Mum of 3, Taylor, is aged 27. Her DEXA scan showed the percentage of her body fat was high at 36%. She also has too much fat around her organs. But there is some good news. Despite the fact that you manage work and 3 kids and him,
He's my 4th child.
your stress is very manageable. Your stress scores were very low.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. High stress is such an important impact on your longevity. That's great news. And your cholesterol is low. Lower than his. Do you want to see what your age is?
No.
Let's have a look.
Oh. Don't, I can't even look. Wow. It's not good.
Taylor is 8 years closer to death.
So I really need to start learning and understanding my body.
And why do you think you need to improve?
My kids. Like our kids. I want to keep up with them. Losing my dad at 12 is definitely the biggest motivator. Because I don't want my kids to go through what I went through. I don't want them to bury me. Not yet, anyways.
One day.
One day, but when I'm 90.
Such a powerful motivator, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's only taken me to nearly hit 30 to realise that Dad died at 40.
Yeah.
That's 12 years away. I'm not ready to say goodbye to my life in 12 years.
Hello?
Hello?
Have I told you already how brave you are doing this? Nick just gave you a lot of information. I'm curious to know which bits leapt out at you, starting with you, Taylor.
35.
Yeah, kind of.
That hit me. That's like nearly 40.
It's pretty brutal. I mean, I look at you, you're a pretty healthy-looking couple. I mean, even, Luke, you were even technically overweight. I mean, look at you.
I know, yeah, it was surprising. Yeah, to be told your body fat's a little bit high and then to say the muscle mass is a bit low. Yeah, it's somewhat confronting.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the end of the 12 weeks now because I'm getting that fat down.
You will.
You're getting that biological age down.
I am going to walk back in there at 27.
You're
My
going to
actual age.
triumph, girlfriend.
Our 8 everyday Aussies are part of a radical experiment to wind back their body clocks, to see if they can live longer, healthier lives. But discovering how many years they may have left has come as a shock. Let's have a look.
Oh.
Oh, no.
That's bad.
No way.
Ooh. While they set out to reverse those ages, I'm travelling to the isolated, mystical island of Okinawa, one of the world's 5 blue zones. A blue zone is a place where a large proportion of the population live to over 100. This is the blue zone of the blue zones. So understanding what actually gets people to 100 and beyond, that's deeply interesting from a medical point of view. And I think one of the most interesting things is it's simple stuff that we can all do. I'm keen on finding out exactly what it is. The elderly Okinawans have been so revered, even in Japan, their secret to a long, healthy life confounded the medical system, and especially one man. Suzuki-san is my hero. This professor has worked out the secret sauce to longevity, and it's simple.
Konnichiwa, Suzuki Sensei.
Dr. Suzuki, Makoto Suzuki.
Pleasure to meet you.
90-year-old Dr. Makoto Suzuki moved from Tokyo to Okinawa back in 1976 to work on a long-term study of centenarians, and then stayed.
Now, how many centenarians in Okinawa?
150.
No. 1,162.
1,162 centenarians.
70% of the centenarians are living a healthy condition. No bad condition.
No chronic disease.
No disease.
How can we explain that medically?
Cooking way and eating habit is an important factor. Traditional cooking, not so much cholesterol, not so much eating the meat, maybe. A kind of a semi-vegetarian. I'm teaching such kind of things at the university to young doctors.
To learn some of the keys to the Okinawan diet, I'm joining cooking teacher Kazumi Kao at her grandmother's house to watch how they prepare a meal. Yoshiko taught Kazumi to cook. She's 90 years old and she still rules the kitchen.
私ね、いつもやっている小さい時から。昨日ね、みんな長生きするさ。100歳やがてる。100歳まで生きないとね。生きるよ。
There's nothing fancy about this type of cooking. However, the care given to the process makes the most of these quality ingredients. It all comes down to a little meat and plenty of veggies. Along with this bitter melon, which is rich in vitamin C and minerals and known to have healing powers. Kazumi-san, does the bitter melon, does it go into the soup or do we have that separately?
Stir fry. Tofu and pork.
And some pork all
together.
Yes. In the stir fry.
Yes.
Sweet potato, full of antioxidants and colourful flavonoids, which are thought to slow the ageing process, particularly in the heart and liver, are revered in Okinawa. Sweet potatoes being mashed, but that dry bonito is about to go in to give the umami flavour to the stock. And as the prep continues, the kitchen becomes a place for not only family, but friends to gather. One of Yoshiko-san's friends, who is 91 years old, has just arrived. This is a real event, and it's what they do every day. In Okinawa, it's not just the food and cooking that sustains them. The term moai means coming together, and it's also key to their longevity. This is clearly not a chore. This is fun. This is a moment between family members. There's something to that. The way you prepare food and the way you treat food is important to how it nourishes you and how healthy it is. Yoshiko-san, thank you so much for inviting me to share this meal with you.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. It's my great pleasure. Okay. Dig in, as we say in Australia. The flavour of the soup base, it really is delicious. So tasty. Delicious. For me, it's so obvious that the fresh ingredients, eaten with friends, and the preparation and the fun that you both were having, that's the answer. It's becoming clear to me that emotional health is a central element of longevity. Aside from moai, coming together, ikigai, which means having purpose in life, is crucial to the elderly, who are much revered. It's evident here at this festival, where I'm about to meet members of the Kadena hip-hop dancers who are aged between 50 and 94. They're performing with a younger group of dancers at a charity event, some of whom are their great-grandchildren. Hello, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
My name is Nick.
Nick-san?
Yes. Nice to meet you. You're Choko-san.
Choko-san.
Pleasure to meet you. It's not a rude question at all, but how old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
88.
Are you really? You are amazing for an 88-year-old. And that's very physical activity. Is it easy for you to do?
Hard to do.
Hard to do. But you make it look so easy.
Very happy.
Does it really? It makes you happy.
Hi.
Things we can learn in Australia from this community in Okinawa is that the elderly really have their place. They own their place, and people respect them, and they respect what they give to the community, which is fun, lightheartedness, feeling like they're kids again. It's unbelievable.
If Okinawa teaches us anything, it's that real longevity has a lot to do with what we eat. On this table is everything our participants have eaten over a 2-week period. We're here to give them simple substitutions that'll reset their longevity clocks.
I'm seeing a lot of processed foods. I'm seeing a lot of food that's convenience. And I would imagine that that probably echoes what a lot of families are doing. They're getting something that's fast, that fills bellies. And that's something that we have to help people with, I feel.
Yeah, there's things here that are taking literally years off our participants' life. So we've got to try and get them that convenience, but also give them the longevity as well. Welcome.
Look at all that popcorn.
Is this the stuff that you would buy, Elelliana?
Yeah, every day.
I'm genuinely interested in this. The word drizzled in chocolate doesn't put you off when you pull it off the shelf.
Doesn't it sound scrumptious? Drizzle.
Elelliana managed to get through 11 bags of popcorn and 5 packets of chips over the 2-week period.
I find it hard to believe that it's never occurred to you that all that popcorn's bad to you.
I work hard. I do everything for everybody else. This is my treat.
Yeah.
When it comes to alcohol, 35% of men exceed the guidelines for healthy consumption in Australia. Enva managed to down a total of 83 beers in 2 weeks.
I just want to talk a little bit about the amount of alcohol that's here.
I mean, that's just the Aussie culture, you know what I mean? You work all day, but then have a beer, you know what I mean?
We are not here to turn Australia into a nation of teetotalers. But the idea of cutting down is really important because the amount of life years potentially gained for both of you, but particularly you, Enva, by cutting down is going to be substantial. We are talking an extra decade.
Elelliana's first food hack is to replace chocolate-drizzled popcorn with plain popcorn. This will reduce sugar, salt and fat in her diet. Enva's health hack is to halve his intake of alcohol. That means no beers during the week and moderate drinking on the weekends. Sisters Eliza and Liberty are up next.
Who's responsible for what here?
Well, anything that has joy is mine. Everything else with a side of sadness and boredom is Lib's.
Yeah, anything that you find tasteless is mine.
Any carbs are mine. Cheese, pastry.
Tuna's mine. All of the eggs and the vegetables would be mine.
So you wouldn't be touching any of this, Lib?
To be fair, I do eat some chocolate and things, but it's
Like
more
dark
chocolate,
yeah.
like the good kind.
It's more like wax, what she eats.
How much takeaway do you guys have?
I buy out a lot.
Every single meal you do.
I mean, it goes back to that laziness, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Whereas I would make 90% at home.
So did you know Australia is one of the biggest consumers of takeout food in the world?
We actually eat more takeaway than Americans do.
That's outrageous.
That is
truly outrageous.
Eliza's food hack is a simple one: more home cooking. Removing takeaway food will reduce excess salt, fats and additives from her diet. Liberty, who eats the same thing every day, needs to include a wider variety of foods to improve her gut health and to live longer. Olympic hero Duncan Armstrong and son Tom now face a snapshot of what they've eaten over a 2-week period. Duncan follows a strict keto diet with high protein and low carbs. But is it doing him any favours?
Duncan, let's talk about you because I'm not seeing as many simple carbohydrates on your side of the table.
It looks like a butcher, actually.
Yes, a carnivore.
I'm seeing an extraordinary amount of animal fat.
What is it that you like about the protein-based diet?
It makes me feel fuller, quicker and longer.
How does that amount of fat sit with a heart-conscious diet, given Duncan's background, though, Nick?
There's some emerging research that if you're only on protein-based diet and you completely get rid of the carbs, at least in a mouse model, the mice die sooner on a keto diet.
Given that we have no secrets from each other now,
Sure.
Duncan, how do you go in the pooing department, given there's hardly any, green
I think I'm
fibre?
top shelf. I think I'm top shelf.
Do you? OK, all right. How does that work, do you think, Doc?
Not being able to pass bowel motions becomes an issue later in life. Bowel cancer as well, which is a risk when you don't have enough green vegetables and fibre and that sort of thing. So there are sort of longevity implications.
Even though Tom's only 31, he needs to wake up to a diet that's a ticking time bomb.
I'm going to call this Carb City and Toasty Towers. Yeah, I love a toasty. But how many days a week do you have a ham and cheese toasty?
Mate, I'm 2 ham and cheese sandwiches a day for lunch.
That added up to 18 toasties and croissants over the 2 weeks. And that alone could take a whole year off his life.
Is it something you would want to change?
Absolutely. See us later.
To lower blood pressure and improve overall heart health, both Duncan and Tom need to eat more omega-3 foods like fish and nuts, along with legumes, lean proteins, low-fat dairy, fruit and veggies.
Welcome.
The last of our participants arrived to get a look into their lifestyle habits. We need to study Taylor and Luke's diet to see what we can change.
What would you give yourself fewer points for?
The bread, the pizza.
Yeah. Meat pie.
There's quite a lot of white bread, isn't there?
My mum has a bakery, so we get to take really whatever we want. So I'm just like, oh, there's heaps on white, I'll take.
But there's always a healthy option, yeah?
There is always a healthy option, but sometimes doesn't taste as good.
It's all sort of a bit of a theme in your diet, guys, which is that as soon as you ingest it, your blood sugars are just going up and up and up. And your body's always trying to keep itself in a state of control, right? So in order to do that, your pancreas is putting out insulin to try and bring that blood sugar back within its normal range.
Yep.
The more of it we have, the more at risk of type 2 diabetes, the more at risk of all sorts of things that are going to decrease our longevity. Insulin is our enemy. It really is.
Don't be too tough on yourselves because, you know, you've got young kids, you've got businesses to run, you're both working. So what you're doing is what people are doing in, you know, thousands of households around the country, and they're probably thinking about it right now too.
Taylor's morning routine hack is to replace the energy drinks with a savoury breakfast. Stabilising her blood sugar levels will reduce the craving for sugar. Luke's diet hack involves cutting out pasta, pizza and heavy carbs. Adding more lean meats will help Luke reduce body fat and increase lean mass.
And guys, for people of your age, we can tell you that if you make that sort of change, you're going to add more than a decade to your lifespan.
Really?
Adds up.
It certainly does.
10 years.
I like the idea of you both staying around for another 10 years.
I like that.
Thank you.
Next time on Do You Want to Live Forever?
Over 50 pills.
We'll meet the people who are taking the quest for longer life to extremes.
Tell me any time in the history of the human race where those who said something was impossible were right.
And catch up with Melbourne biohacker Nick Bell,
I know it's an experiment. I'm still going to do it.
who's risking everything to live longer.
Superhuman now.
And we check on the progress of our brave participants.
Wow. Look at you guys.
Who are putting their own bodies on the line and trying the latest hacks.
This is just to get your heart rate up. You just skip for 3 minutes.
To turn back the clock.